Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. As always, my name is Shogun Shin and you are the audience, and it is Sunday. Today we have another bonus stream for this weekend, and it is more Umamusume Pretty Derby for tonight. It is round 2 for the Champions Cancer Cup today. We have qualified for Group A because we were able to win 3 out of the 5 matches, 5 races that we entered over the course of the last 2 days. So we are in Group A, and that means that we have to really try now. That means we have to really try. Thankfully though, the minimum is winning a race, because that puts us into Group B, which is fine. That's good. We can do that. I can maybe do that, maybe. But if we could get to the finals of Group A, that would be sick as hell. But that requires us to win 3 out of 5 races. So that is what we're going to start with for tonight. And then afterwards, we're going to jump into Chapter 4 of the main story, because that came out a little while ago. So, but before all that, Champions Meet. So, front running, we've tried it. It's just not working. So, I think our strategy is probably just going to be, we run Mean Nature, we run our Blokushin, and we kind of just hope for the best and see what works and what doesn't. Like that, I think that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, we run Mean Nature, we run Blokushin, and then we can't run another front runner because Blokushin is the front running blocker, so that doesn't work. And then we run either something else, just not a front runner. That being said, I don't really know what that's gonna be, honestly. We could try gold shit, but I don't think we have enough power for it to really matter. And honestly, the sheer amount of stamina we have is I just don't think it's worth it. It feels like kind of overkill. I do have an air groove that is pretty decent enough, so we could try that as, this might be worthwhile. I think I have another one that's, like, okay-ish. Yeah, this is gonna get weird. Like, this is gonna get really weird, and it's gonna be primarily because of the fact that I was really banking on Alcondor Pasa to win this, to serve as our ace, and she's not. So so that's real. So this is a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. This is a little rough. I was really expecting Alcondor Pasa to come out strong here, and that didn't happen. Unfortunately, that really didn't happen. So I do have a couple late surgery here. 657 power is kind of low though. Kind of wanted that to be a little higher, honestly. Vodka might be our way to go, honestly. We could also... Special is pretty low. And then Measure Orion. Measure Orion's a decent idea. This is also a pretty decent air groove, though we lack in stamina. It might get us there. We have options. We can try stuff. Let's try this air groove first. We have decent stamina. Power could be a little bit better. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, okay. We'll run this. We have 2 days to do this, and we just have to win a race. That's all we need. A race. Win a race. Oh, I'm a little concerned. I won't lie. I'm a little nervous. But we'll see. 6 other front runners, 3 late surgers. Little should be fine. Hopefully our Blokushin can do something. We'll hope for the best here. Alright, late start from both Air Groove and Sakura Boxing O is not what you want to see in the beginning of this race itself. The subdued front runners does end up coming in from both of our debuffers, and the groundwork from Sakura Boxing O is really nice, but she is currently in third place. She needs to get ahead and block the other front runners if we want to have any sort of chance in winning this race here. Unfortunately, it looks like she is still constantly in third. From what it looks like, Mile Corners does end up activating, but it doesn't look like it's enough, and that the top 2 slot is starting to pull even further ahead from our Sakura Boxing O. 800 meters left in the race as we get ready to round the final corner. Sakura Boxing O does need to get in front, and it doesn't look like that's going to be happening, unfortunately. Air Groove holding back in 8th place right now, seeing maybe the Blazing Pride activates will do anything to give us a little extra power to accelerate forward, and it looks like that is going to start happening, but unfortunately it is just not enough. Sakura Boxing O does end up drop down to 4th, the Ninth Nature currently in 9th, and Air Group currently in 7th, and it looks like we are not going to be winning this race from what it looks like, unfortunately. Sad to see, but we just don't have it. Couldn't get in front. Ouch. Yep. Again. Alright, Sakura Boxing O in a great mood, which is good to see. 3 front runners this time, 1 end closer, and 5 late surgers, so we do have that happening. Alright, late start from Nice Nature, but that's okay. The groundwork does end up activating for Sakura Boxing O, which is good to see as she tries to compete and get in front of the other 2 front runners, but it looks like it's just not enough over in the beginning of this race itself. Sakura Boxing O does end up trying to jump forward a little bit more into 2nd place though, which is good. She still has plenty of time. She just needs to stay in front by the time we get to the end of the race itself. It's on activating for Air Groove, along with the Professor of Curvature, does put us a little bit more in the middle of the pack itself, with Air Groove currently sitting in 5th place, and Sakura Boxing O doing what she needs to do in order to block the other front runners. She is holding very strong, and she does look like she is going to be able to block the other front runners and will activate the angling and deny the angling scheming from anyone else. Sakura Boxing O actually able to accelerate fully as we get down to the final stretch. There's 400 meters left. Sakura Boxing O does have a pretty decent lead, but you can see the Narita Taishin coming in from the outside, and she is accelerating very, very quickly. There's 200 meters left. Can Sakura Boxing O hold on strong enough to hold on to this lead and be able to cross the finish line before so? And it doesn't look like it. No! It is not enough yet again. Sakura Boxing O able to block the front runners, but not enough power to get to the end of the line before the late surge and end closers catch up. Unfortunate. Passed by 2 right at the end. Damn it. Yeah, just so much power. Yeah, we lose out. We literally can't. We can't make up for it. Literally can't make up for it. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. We got ahead, which is good, but just not enough acceleration. All right, on to race number 3. Late start from Air Group. Unfortunate to see that happen, but the long shot and focus does end up activating for Sakura Bakushin. Oh, but there is no groundwork, so that will be a little unfortunate, and it may not seem like we're going to be able to get into blocking these other front runners. The busted front runners does end up activating, trying to help out with our blocking strategies, but unfortunately it doesn't look like Nice Nature is going to be able to do enough to make up for it. Sakura Bakushin currently sitting in 5th place right now, in the very back of all the other front runners for this race, it seems, and unfortunately she's got a whole lot to make up for. She wants to try and get into blocking range, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Tail held high, and the busted end closers does end up activating, but it looks like all 3 of our runners are pretty much on the inside of the pack, being unable to get ahead of anyone else. They are going to be boxed out despite all the debuffs. They aren't able to cross the wall that is everyone else, and they simply don't have the power to catch up. Air Group, I think, is going to be able to take 3rd, but that is the best that we are going to be able to manage for this race. Ouch. This might be another shutout from us, honestly. This might just be another shutout. Okay. Saw 2 front runners and a lot of late surges. That's exciting. Alright, the late start from Nice Nature. You hate to see it happen, but you do get a focus and a long shot, as well as a wet condition from Sakura Bakushin. Subdued front runners does end up activating to trigger the groundwork, which is good, but it doesn't look like it is enough to get in front of this vodka that is currently leading the pack. 1,200 meters left in the race itself, and Air Group still holding into the back at 7th place. Shifting gears does end up activating for Sakura Bakushin. Oh, but she is going to be rushed a little bit, and that will be a bit of a problem because she does need to try and get in front of this vodka if she wants to have any sort of chance to win the race. Mile Corners ends up activating to give her a little bit more extra speed, and you can see that she is trying to catch up a little bit, but that final corner is where she needs to be in front, and she doesn't make it. We're gonna have a big problem. 600 meters left to go, and Sakura Bakushin is still in front. Unfortunately, the hesitant front runners, hesitant pace hitch comes out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's too little too late. That vodka is just getting so far ahead as we get to the last 200 meters left in the race itself, and she leads by 6 whole lengths, and it looks like this team is once again not going to make it in a victory yet again. We are currently 0-4. Ouch. This is unfortunate. This keeps up, we might not even get to Group B, honestly. We might not even get to Group B, man. This is really problematic. Alright. No late starts for this race, it seems, which is really good. Subdued front runners ends up activating the groundwork for Sakura Bakushin, which does actually end up putting her in the lead early on in this race. The question is will Sakura Bakushin be able to hold on as we get to the end? flustered front runners does end up activating along with the flustered end closers to drain some of the other racers. Another flustered end closers activating. You do see a bunch of the debuffs starting to come out. Speed Eater is very good for Sakura Bakshino to have activating to help maintain that lead as we get past the 100-meter mark. Mile Corners ends up activating. Sakura Bakshino still holding strong in the lead, being the blocker that she is meant to do. 600 meters left, and the angling and scheming will be hers, and the hesitant pace changers does try to buy a little bit more time. Hesitant late surgers also, hesitant front runners, more of the debuffs. The wall is here, but will it be enough? You can see the late surgers and end closers starting to catch up in the last 200 meters. Sakura Bakshino just has to hold on a little bit more, but can she do it? It doesn't look like it. There's too much power with the late surgers, and it looks like once again we are overpowered and overtaken, and yet again we come in third. We just don't have the power to hold on. Just can't make it to the end in time. So much acceleration from all these other late surgers, and we just can't do it. Damn it. Oh, man. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I'm wondering if maybe we could do this. We could run another debuffer. So I do have a wedding Mayana Top Gun that I was getting ready for Leo Cup. Could do this. That might be a better idea. And then we put in Smart Falcon. Yeah. That might be our better option. Just don't know. I mean, the blockchain has worked pretty well, but Smart Falcon has also worked out pretty well. These front runners, flustered, hesitant, right. Let's go back to our front running strategy here. We do have the Saiyan Sky. Do that. We haven't run this thing. Go with... We'll try another one. Try with this other Saiyan's guy. See if that does anything. Okay. When neither of your strategies that you're implementing work out, this is unfortunate to see. It is entirely possible that we are just completely... I mean, we have tomorrow if we don't do well today. Like, obviously we still have tomorrow, but like, tomorrow might be our last day. And that will be kind of upsetting, but like, you know, is what it is, I guess. Jesus. So many front runners. One late surgery. Okay. A lot of competition. 5 other front runners, not including our team. Groundwork for Smart Falcon, groundwork for Saiyan Sky. It is great to see that, honestly. I love that 2 groundworks are proccing, so that is actually really nice to see. Leader's Pride does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, who is competing for that top 3 slot, or top 1 slot, which is good. Saiyan Sky does end up rushing a little bit, though, so she is going to struggle just a touch more, and she will give up that lead early on as we enter the mid-race to Mihono Burden, but it does look like she is able to overtake a little bit more. Front right corners for Fujiseki, who is currently in 4th, right, who actually ends up passing our Smart Falcon and is currently in 3rd. Professor Curvature for 2 of our runners does end up activating the shifting gears for Saiyan Sky, who is holding strong in 1st place currently right now as we get ready to round this final corner. And at the 600-meter mark, can Saiyan Sky activate the angling and scheming? It looks like she will be able to do it. So the acceleration is going to help out. We only have 1 other late surger in this race, and we may not have to deal with it. Thankfully, 400 meters left in the race itself, and Saiyan Sky is going down the home stretch. She's going all alone. You don't see any other competition coming at her right now. This is the race for us to win, and it looks like this will be the way to get at least into Group B home stretch haste to capitalize, and Saiyan Sky takes 1st, which allows us to get into Group B at the bare minimum. You'll love to see it. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank fucking God. Man, Fujiseki got 2nd. Smart Falcon got 7th. That's unfortunate, but all right. We've qualified for Group B. Oh, okay. The dream lives on. All right, we got a win, thankfully. Thank God. Everything else is honestly pure extra credit. I don't even remember why I have the Saiyan Sky. I think I did this. I did it just because. I don't remember, though. All right, race number 2, groundwork for Saiyan Sky and a groundwork for Smart Falcon. You love to see it happen. I hope for a groundwork for Fujiseki, but that is going to be a lot more challenging because she doesn't have nearly as many triggers as the other 2. Now, at the 1400 meter mark, Leader's Pride does end up activating the Sparkly Stardoms for Smart Falcon. Is really good for her to have to allow her to hold on, to try and hold on to that lead as we enter the first part of the mid-race itself, but she is starting to rush a little bit, and so that might be a little problematic later down the road. 1200 meters left in the race, and Saiyan Sky is shifting gears to hold on to her 2nd place spot, but she is having to fight another Smart Falcon and does go down to 3rd place. Shifting gears for Fujiseki is followed along as she is currently in 4th, so she is right behind in the top 3, in the top 5 positions. Smile Corners and Professor Curvature does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, and the Genius Box Shin does also end up activating. Unrestrained for Smart Falcon, though, who is trying to hold on to this lead in the last 600 meters. And Saiyan Sky holding right behind in second place is a good place that is good for us to have going on right now. Unfortunately, there is no angling and scheming for Smart Falcon, which is actually a really big problem. And you see Vodka accelerating all the way down the straight and overtaking with the pure power that they have. And it doesn't look like we are going to be able to win this race. The angling and scheming apparently not activating. I'm not sure if it's just not there. It should be. Is it not? Oh no. We got man, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. No, it is. It just didn't activate. What? What the fuck? We just didn't get it. What the fuck? That's insane. It just didn't activate. Wow, that's heartbreaking. No angling and scheming in the last corner. That's so sad. I don't know if it would have made that much of a difference, though. That vodka accelerated really fast. That vodka hit the gas hard. But man, that's wild. We just got unlucky, and we didn't hit the angling and scheming proc. That's crazy. Wow, that's so heartbreaking. All right, race number 3, groundwork is activated for Saiyan Sky and Smart Falcon, and it looks like it is going to be Smart Falcon who will be our leader currently in the early parts of this race. You do see Fujikiseki and Saiyan Sky still following suit. Saiyan Sky giving Smart Falcon a run for her money to try to prop her up. Sparkly Stardom does end up activating for Smart Falcon, though, but Saiyan Sky is still following along right behind at the 1200 meter mark. Fujikiseki holding strong in 4th place, actually, in a pretty decent position overall. Currently, all 3 of our runners are in the top, or at least in the top 5. Professor Curvature activating for 2 of the runners right now at the 800 meter mark. Mile Corners for Smart Falcon to try and give her a little extra speed as we get closer to the final corner. Unrestrained does end up activating to give that a little extra boost. 600 meters. Can the angling scheming activate this time? It does. It does end up activating, and this is where the race really starts. Angling scheming comes out. 400 meters left. Air Groove coming on the outside, and she is accelerating at a very fast rate. And will Smart Falcon be able to hold on? It doesn't look like it. Air Group just being so powerful. Home Stretch Chase does end up activating. Smart Falcon looks like it's going to be taking 3rd place yet again. Unfortunate. We are really just losing in a battle of power. We cannot compete with these other... We can't compete with these. Dude, so much power. Holy Christ. There's so much there. I can't compete with that. I really can't. That's so upsetting. I knew, like, we needed a lot of power. I didn't think we needed that much power, you know? Especially, like, it does frustrate me because, like, everything that I've seen for front runners is that, like, oh, you need maybe like 700, 800 power and you should be fine. No, you need power is like the name. It was literally the name of the game for this race. What it feels like. Because like front runners just have like no chance of what it feels like. Right. Oh, a late start for all 3 of our runners is a heartbreaking thing to see, but we do get a groundwork activating for Saiyan Sky. Unfortunately, that late start is going to be really detrimental to the overall performance here, but we'll have to see if any of our front runners are going to be able to make it up into the actual lead. Saiyan Sky currently in 3rd, followed by Fujikiseki, and followed by Smart Falcon in 5th place. Fujii Kiseki does end up starting to rush a little bit, and so that will also hinder our progress a lot more, but we do have a bunch of other skills activating for some of the other runners. Saiyan Sky, though, still holding in 3rd place. Doesn't look like she's able to really get in front or pass any of the other 2 runners in the lead currently. 600 meters left overall, and it doesn't look like there's not going to be an angling scheming for us this time around. And unfortunately, Silent Suzuka all the way up in the lead is going to just tear away from everyone else, and they are going to just have the lead itself all to themselves. Hamilton Stretch Haste and the front runner straight does end up activating, but it's too little too late. Silent Suzuka takes 1st place. The late start, man. The triple late start. Just so upsetting. That's so heartbreaking. Actually, so unbelievably heartbreaking to have a triple late start like that. We had no way. We probably could have actually made it. We probably could have made it, but that late start just completely shot us. That completely shut us down. That's so upsetting. That's so upsetting. That makes me so sad. I think for our next attempt, I'm going to take one of these front runners out, and I'm going to put in Mean Nature for a debuffer. That might help us a little. Groundwork for Saiyan Sky is going to end up activating, and unfortunately Fujii Kiseki does get the late start, and Smart Falcon, a rush for both Smart Falcon and Fujii Kiseki. That is so unfortunate, but at least Saiyan Sky is holding on relatively strong, trying to compete with to get 1st place. Shifting Gears does end up activating to put her in the front, and she just needs to try to hold on as best she can as we get about halfway through the course itself. Professor Curvature and the mile corners ends up activating, and we do see Saiyan Sky currently in 1st place with Smart Falcon and Fujii Kiseki trading between 3rd and 4th respectively. Shifting Gears and the mile corners ends up activating. Saiyan Sky still holding very strong in the last corner of the race itself. As we pass the 600-meter mark, we are about to hit the late stage of the race itself, and the angling scheming will end up activating for Saiyan Sky to give her that extra acceleration that she needs. But will it be enough? Because the other late surges and the end closers will start coming very soon, and they're on the way now. 400 meters left in this race, and it looks like Saiyan Sky is all alone for this one, widening the lead. Saiyan Sky is 200 meters out from victory. Can she do it? She's looking very good. She's ahead by 6 whole legs, and Saiyan Sky takes another victory in the race itself. You'll love to see it. Smart Falcon's struggling. Smart Falcon really struggling. It's unfortunate to see. That is another win. All right, 2 and 3. That's not bad. We do need 3 though. We need another win. We needed 3 wins to get to Group A, but you know, 2. I'll take 2. I'm happy. We're still in Group. We're in Group B. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Woo, man. All right, it's hard to say which one of these runners I want to keep. I honestly don't know. Saiyan Sky is doing really well, but man, Smart Falcon is really struggling. Like, really struggling. But I don't know if it's better to keep Fujii Kiseki in, because I feel like Fujii Kiseki we're not gonna proc groundwork, so I think we have a better chance with Smart Falcon than we do with Fujii Kiseki. Kind of where I'm at. Hard to say, because like, again, currently right now, Smart Falcon is doing very poorly. Like, she is, I don't think she has made it to top 3 more than like once in that entire set of races. But I mean, she has won. She has won, and she's won more than Fujii Kiseki. Granted, she's run more, but like, even still, man. For 10 races, this is so low. Like, it's just so low. I don't think it's worth it, because proccing groundwork is so difficult. Like, you have to get I think you have to get big sisterly front runner straightaways, and probably front runner corner, actually. I think all three of these have to activate for groundwork. I just don't think it's worth it. So let's go with nature. And try to go more with debuffs. If that doesn't. You could also yes. Did I really not have a... I thought I did. I do have a Mahona Burp. Though... that power's really low. Let's try this. Yeah. Let's try this. 2 front-running aces. I think probably our best front-runner aces. And then a Knee Nature debuffer. Maybe that might give us a little bit more of an extra edge. Maybe. And that's a big maybe, because I really, really don't know. Like, I really want to try and just do anything and everything to stop these late surges. Like, truly. Do anything and everything to try and slow them down. Alright. Nice Nature gets a late start, but the groundwork does end up activating for both of our front runners, which is really good to see. Currently, we have early on in the race, we have Smart Falcon and Saiyan Sky holding strong as our leader. Sparkly Stardom does activate for Smart Falcon to help maintain the lead. Saiyan Sky is going to be competing with Sakura Chanel for second place right now. Hopefully Saiyan Sky will be able to distract this Sakura Chanel with Nice Nature holding going behind, trying to debuff as much as she possibly can as well. Mile Corner says activate for both the front runners. Saiyan Sky is going to hold strong in second place, but you do see Sakura Chanel on the inside trying to overtake and compete for that lead position. Fast Pace ends up activating for Smart Falcon as we get to the last corner and the last 600 meters. Angling Scheming will end up also activating for Smart Falcon, who is going to start her acceleration in the last 400 meters. Will she be able to hold on to the race itself? Sharp Gaze ends up taxing some of the other runners. Hesitant Late Surgers does also give a little bit more of an extra advantage. The Smart Falcon is currently ahead by 4 whole lengths, and it doesn't look like anyone else is going to be catching up to her. Thankfully, Smart Falcon is going to take gold, and that is 1 win for our team in this attempt of the Cancer Cup. Very nice. Very, very good. All right, that's 1. Can we go for 2? Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, man. Right. 3 front runners, a pace chaser. So there's 1 other front runner, and 4 other late surger and 1 pace chaser. Yeah. Really, anything that's not a front runner was what scares me. Alright, I saw groundwork for Smart Falcon, but I don't think I saw one for Saiyan Sky, though that may have, I can't quite tell, so that is a little unfortunate, but at least we got a groundwork for one of our front runners, and that is something to celebrate for. Saiyan Sky, despite not having the groundwork, is currently sitting in third place right now, trying to catch up to Sakura Bakshin O, who is going to be the other front runner in this race besides ours. 1,000 meters left. Saiyan Sky does end up catching up to Sakubachi no, but it doesn't look like there's quite enough to give her the extra speed that she needs in order to overtake. That might help. That might change with the shifting gears and the Juniors Bakushin victory. As we ground this final corner, Flustered Front Runners does end up activating for Nice Nature in the last 600 meters. The Saiyan Sky does drop down to 4th, but Smart Falcon is holding strong in 1st. The angling is scheming once again, though, not activating, which is going to be incredibly detrimental because we need that skill to proc in order to get the extra acceleration to try and compete with the Pace Chasers and the Late Surgers. And once again, though, Smart Falcon, unfortunately, throwing the race because the angling and scheming doesn't activate, and we once again lose the race, and it is no competition. That angling and scheming, if it doesn't activate, we are completely hosed, because that is the acceleration that we need in order to even have a chance of competing against the Late Surgers and the Pace Chasers. It didn't activate again. Oh my god, that's so upsetting. It didn't activate again, and that just put us completely out of the competition. That's so upsetting. That's so heartbreaking. That might be even more heartbreaking than like a triple late start. To have all the tools and then just to be like, we just low rolled. That's so heartbreaking. Alright. So 4 other front runners, 2 late surgers. Alright, the race is on. I don't think I saw groundwork activating for any of our runners, unfortunately, for this race, so it doesn't. This is going to be a very uphill battle overall for us in this round itself. Flustered Late Surgers does end up activating to try and tax the competition a little bit. And 1,200 meters left in the race, and currently our 2 front runners are in 4th and 6th place respectively, which is not a good place for us to be in right now. Mile Corners does end up activating for Saiyan Sky, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that much else for her. Professor Curvature to try and give us a little bit of extra speed, but again, it doesn't look like either of our front runners are going to be able to actually make any sort of headway in this group itself. 600 meters left. Flustered Front Runners does end up activating for what it's worth, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough at all. Neither of our front runners have the power nor the speed to get ahead, and that acceleration from being in the lead is what we need in order to be in this competition. And oh, unfortunately, we are going to be 7th, 8th, and 9th. Wow. That was so sad. No groundwork. Couldn't get into the lead. We just had like, that was literally like, that was worst case scenario. We had nothing to actually activate. That's so sad. That's so unbelievably sad. Now I'm just getting unlucky. Like, those last 2 races, that's just pure unlucky. Like, there's nothing I can do about that other than just be like, yeah, better luck next time, champ. You were just unlucky. That's so unfortunate. Alright. The moods are all over the place. Nice Nature feeling great, which is cool, but Saiyan Sky feeling not great, and Smart Falcon feeling normal is the best case scenario. Alright, groundwork for Saiyan Sky does end up activating despite being in the bad mood, which is good. That will put her into 1st place early on in this race, with Smart Falcon following close behind in 3rd, trying to compete for 2nd currently. Subdued Front Runners does end up taxing the 2nd place runner right now, trying to give Smart Falcon a little bit of an extra edge, but you do see it. You do see the Saiyan Sky getting a little bit of extra speed. Smart Falcon will need to try and activate activate some other stuff, and she wants to try and get ahead. Mile Corners does end up activating from both of our runners, and Professor Curvature with Smart Falcon, for both of our runners actually, is going to do a little bit more work, but it doesn't look like Smart Falcon is going to be able to get ahead, and she is starting to slowly drop down into the pack itself. Will Saiyan Sky be able to hold on to her lead as we cross the 600-meter mark? It does look like it. Angling and Scheming will end up activating, so the acceleration will start coming in. The flustered front runners does tax some of their other competition along with the hesitant late surgers. Saiyan Sky trying to accelerate and gain as much of a lead as she possibly can before any of the other runners are able to activate their final spurt. Will Saiyan Sky, will this be enough of a gap in order for Saiyan Sky to cross the line before anyone else? She's ahead by 400 meters. Home stretch chase does end up activating, and yes, Saiyan Sky is able to cross the line first before anyone else. And that is a second win in our book. All right, go it again. This does seem to be giving us the best results. Having that mean nature for the debuffing is very, very nice. Right, Smart Falcon in a great mood, which is actually really good to see. Alright. Okay. Both our front runners are in a great mood, which is nice. We have to go up against two other front runners, two pace chasers and two late surgers. So those pace chasers and those late surgers are the fear. Obviously, the front runners are also, but like, we have a decent amount of ways to get past them. We have two ways. Those are a direct competition. All right, groundwork for both of our front runners are going to activate, which is good to see. Subdued front runners also activating to try and give us a little bit of an extra edge, but it doesn't look like either of our front runners right now are able to get into the lead early on into this race. Smart Falcon currently holding strong in third, trying to catch up to second place, but is going to be falling behind a little bit more. Fast pace and mile corners does end up activating, but it doesn't look like it is quite enough to get ahead of this competition. 800 meters left, along with the mile corners, Professor Curvature, but still holding strong in first. The Sakura Bokshin O is just so much more faster than either of us. Unfortunately, Smart Falcon still holding strong in third, but that is probably going to change in just a second. Hesitant front runners, the debuffs are going to come out to try and give us a little bit of an extra edge, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to get ahead and try to be in this competition. Smart Falcon trying her best to cross the line and be in the top 5, and it doesn't look like it is enough still. And yet, unfortunately, that is going to be another loss for us. Damn. I'm gonna look at the Sakura Bokshin now. Yeah, couldn't get ahead. Man, 594. I guess this was a blocker. Yeah, cause the 1040 wit. Yeah, that Sakura Bokshin really that blocked us. Yeah, hardcore blocked us. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy that blocked us. Actually, let me see. I want to know. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's like, yeah, these are both the same. These are on the same team, yeah. Yeah, we got blocked by the Sakura Bokshin, and then El Condor Pasa was able to overtake us. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Okay. I have one entry left. All right. Let's run this strategy back. We were able to get 2 wins out of this, so I think that's probably the best that, I think that's the best, this is our best combination. Alright, let's go again. Alright, groundwork for Saiyan Sky is going to activate, but unfortunately we were not going to get one for Smart Falcon in this race, it seems. Leader's Pride does end up activating for Saiyan Sky to try and give her a little bit of extra speed, along with the subdued front runner's assist from Nice Nature. 1,200 meters left in the race itself, but unfortunately Smart Falcon and Saiyan Sky are currently in 5th and 4th place respectively. Doesn't seem like we are going to be able to we are not going to be able to compete with these other front runners that are currently ahead of us. The mile corners and the Professor of Curvature does end up activating in the last 800 meters to try and get into the top 3, but there are 2 soccer box-nos that are neck and neck, and they are well ahead of us currently as we round the final corner into the last 600 meters. Our front runners trying to do what they can to try and get ahead, but you do see Narita Taishin coming in from the outside with the pure power that she has, and she is going to be ahead of everyone else and is going to easily overtake and win this race. And unfortunately, our team is probably going to finish in the bottom 5. Yeah, 6, 7, 9. Man. Did we get blocked again? No, we just got outpaced. Like, man, that's so upsetting. I guess this one blocked us, I guess. Like, it blocked, we got, like, one of them blocked us, but the other one is just, I guess, just faster. Dude, I'm pissed. I'm so angry that, like, I'm losing to 631 stamina when, like, 631, 654 stamina. Like, I'm so angry that I'm losing to lower stamina because they have higher power than us. Especially because, like, fuck. I knew power was really important. Like, I knew speed and power were, like, 2 of the more important stats for this race. But, like, I figured stamina was also going to be really important because of debuffs. But I guess that's just not a thing for this Champions Meet. And that's just so upsetting, actually. 4番スマートファル It's also upsetting that I couldn't, like, this is the best power that I could have gotten, unfortunately. It's just not enough. Alright, next race is on. Groundwork activates for both of our aces, which is what you want to see at the 1400 meter mark itself. Saiyan Sky is going to jump ahead, but she is being chased by Sakura Bakushin O, but Smart Falcon is currently holding strong in 3rd. Hopefully, she will be able to catch up and try to give us a little bit of an extra buffer as we get into the end of this, later into this race. Mile corners and fast paced, and the Professor Curvature for Smart Falcon do end up activating, who is trying to compete for 3rd place right now, but Saiyan Sky is thankfully holding strong in 1st. Mile corners does give her a little bit of extra speed as we start to round the final corner of the race and hit the 600 meter mark. Saiyan Sky is still in 1st place, and the angling and scheming will end up activating, which is what we want to have happen to give her the extra acceleration that she needs, because we are going to start seeing a bunch of the late surgers trying to come up and give us a run for their money. The debuffs are starting to come out to try and buy more time for Saiyan Sky, who is 200 meters out. Can she hold on before the late surgers catch up to her? And Saiyan Sky thankfully will be able to do it. And that is another win for us in this Champions Meet. Ooh. And another one? Alright. That's our first win. Okay. I'm glad that this strategy is at least... It's not like the most consistent, but it's more consistent than anything else we've done, so that's good. Alright, the groundwork for Saiyan Sky does end up activating for her at least. Unfortunately, Smart Falcon is not going to be getting groundwork for her, but despite that, she is holding strong in third place and is actually starting to catch up to past the Maruzensky to allow her to get into first and actually proc the Sparkly Stardom, but she is rushing a little, and so that is something to be wary about. The debuffs from Nice Nature do help give us a little bit of extra breathing room as Smart Falcon at the 1,000 meter mark still has a very good lead, and with Saiyan Sky following in second currently, but you do see the pack starting to catch up to Saiyan Sky, and that is going to be something to be a little scared about. 800 meters left in this race. Genius times boxing equals victory for Saiyan Sky does end up activating, but the Buster Laser Surges do add a little bit of extra debuffs at the 600 meter mark. Can Smart Falcon hold on and be able to activate the angling and skimming? She does. The acceleration is going to start coming in. Hesitant Laser Surges, all the debuffs are going to start stacking onto us, and Smart Falcon is 400 meters out for until glory. She's trying to hold on to this lead as much as she possibly can, but you do see Simply Rudolph right behind her trying to catch up. Will Smart Falcon be able to hold strong? 200 meters left, but Simply Rudolph is right behind it. Smart Falcon is going to be crossing the line right with Simply Rudolph right next to her. Was it enough? Is a photo finish? Simply Rudolph wins by a nose. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Simply Rudolph steals victory by a nose. You hate to see it. That is so sad. Literally by a nose. Oh, damn it. So close. So close. I bet it, you know, if we hadn't gotten rushed, we may have been okay. It's hard, like, it's so hard to say. Like, the fact that we got rushed, we didn't get groundwork. It's like it's like, in order to win, we need 2 out of 3 good things to happen. And right now, we're only getting 1. Alright, next race, groundwork for the Saiyan Sky, but she does come out of the gate with a late start, but there is a groundwork for Smart Falcon to try and make up for it. Subdued front runners does give a little bit of extra edge for our front runners to try and catch up and get a fighting chance in this race itself. Unfortunately, Smart Falcon still right behind the Silent Suzuka for second place. She does need to try and get in front in order for her other skills to activate. Will it be enough? Professor Curvature is matched, and unfortunately it isn't enough of an edge to get ahead. Flustered Front Runners does end up activating to try and debuff the Silent Suzuka to try and get ahead, but Smart Falcon is still struggling behind this Silent Suzuka to get ahead in order to overtake. Fast Pace does end up activating, but she needs to hit the first place by the time we hit the last corner at the 600 meter mark already, and it's just not enough. Unfortunately, Smart Falcon is right behind Silent Suzuka, and she just can't seem to pass, but you do see Measure Orion coming in from the inside with the pure power. Hesitant Pace Chasers, all the debuffs are coming out, and Silent Suzuka still will not be deterred. And Silent Suzuka running away with it with just even more speed, and neither of our front runners are able to keep up. Man. God damn it. Just God fucking damn it. Unfortunate. So unfortunate. Unfortunate. So, we're getting so unlucky. And that's like, I think the biggest thing is that we're just getting so unlucky. And no amount of training is going to fix that. It's just like a roll of the dice, and we're hitting misses. All right, last race. Let's do it. All right, the final race, I don't believe, got any groundwork from any of our front runners, so that is a recipe for disaster. Subdued front runners does come out for the debuff to try and give us a little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra edge, but without that groundwork, we are fighting an uphill battle here. Flustered front runners does end up activating as well, but for what little good that will do, because stamina is not something that you really need or a big factor in this race itself. Flustered late surges does end up activating. Staying in the sky though is going to be rushed a little, and Smart Falcon trying her damnedest to try and catch up to the lead here, but it just isn't enough right now. 800 meters left, and Smart Falcon really is trying what she can, but that Silent Suzuka is just too far ahead. That groundwork not activating really is a big detriment for us, and is going to spell the end of our disaster here. 400 meters left, and Smart Falcon does end up dropping down to third place. Neither of our front runners are going to be able to hold on. Silent Suzuka currently in first, and she is holding the lead strong, but Vodka coming in from the outside at 200 meters left. It doesn't look like there's going to be enough power. Silent Suzuka, once again, is going to be taking the lead, and unfortunately, we are not going to win. Again, just being unlucky and not having our skills activate. That is that is so sad. To lose because we're unlucky is just so unbelievably upsetting. Like, that feels so fucking bad. God damn it. Did I lose? Wait, did I lose to the same person? That would be... No. I was confused because they have the same title, and I was like, did I just lose to the exact same person? No. And I lost. Same strategy, different owner. Man. Yeah. The fact that not getting groundwork is just already a recipe for disaster. If we don't get groundwork, we're completely sunk. Well, at least we made it to Group B. We can try again tomorrow. So we'll try again tomorrow. That went better than anything else that I've done, so there's at least that. I'm happy for that at least. Yeah, I think we'll try the same strategy again tomorrow. I might look into maybe doing something else, or like maybe try to build up some other last minute, try to see what we can do. I'm happy the Saiyan Sky was winning so much, actually. I'm genuinely surprised, actually. I'm genuinely surprised that this Saiyan Sky is doing well. That being said, it does surprise me that groundwork, in theory, groundwork should always be activating. Oh, you can't see. Groundwork should always be activating for Saiyan Sky because we have Wet Conditions, Summer Runner, and Front Runner Sabi. These three should always trigger, and yet they're not. Like, we're sometimes not getting groundwork on Saiyan Sky, and that's kind of insane. For Smart Falcon is also kind of crazy, because we have left-handed Front Runner Savvy. The focus is a bit of a gamble, but like, again, I feel like that has like a 95% chance to activate at the beginning, and we're just unlucky and getting that 5%, as well as the fact that, like, I think there were 2 races where Angling and Scheming just didn't activate for whatever reason it's just so fucking heartbreaking. It's so sad to have, like, everything set up for us, and just, again, luck. Pure luck is fucking me over and costing me wins. And that's, like, just... There's no training that I can do to, like, fix that. It really is, like, there's really nothing I can do for that to like, magically fix it. Like, obviously, having higher wit does alleviate that. But even if you have 1200 wit, that's still... I don't think that guarantees skills to activate, you know? So it's like, there will always still be that level of, you know, sometimes you just roll low, and we're rolling really low, unfortunately. We're rolling really, really low, unfortunately, and there's nothing we can do about it. But at the very least, we made it to Group B so far, so at least we got that going for us. We can try to get into Group A tomorrow. we'll have more chances to do that. So we'll try that again tomorrow. I'm going to be right back, and then we will jump into the chapter 4 of the main story. But I will be right back first.